Chapter 4, Mishnah 7. The Mishnah now gives the measurements of the Heichal building from east to west. From the east to the west, the building measured 100 amos as follows. The wall of the ulam was 5 amos thick, and the ulam was 11 amos long. The eastern wall of the Heichal chamber was 6 amos thick, and its interior was 40 amos long. 1 amma for the Tractate, and 20 amos for the length of the chamber of the Holy of Holies. The western wall of the Heichal chamber was 6 amos thick, and the cell on the other side of the wall was 6 amos wide, and the outer wall of the cell was 5 amos thick. These measurements total 100 amos from east to west. The Mishnah now gives the measurements of the building from north to south. Although the previous Mishnah said that the building measured 100 amos from north to south, we will see below that this was only true of the ulam. Most of the building was only 70 amos wide, and the Mishnah gives those measurements now. From the north to the south, the building measured 70 amos. The northern wall on the outside of the winding ramp was 5 amos thick, and the winding ramp was 3 amos wide. The northern wall of the cell was 5 amos thick, and the cell was 6 amos wide. The northern wall of the Heichal was 6 amos thick, and its interior was 20 amos wide. The southern wall of the Heichal was 6 amos thick, and the southern cell was 6 amos wide. And the southern wall of the cell was 5 amos thick, and the place of lowering the water was 3 amos wide. And the outer wall of the place of lowering the water to its south was 5 amos thick. The above measurements come to 70 amos from north to south. The Mishnah now shows that the figure of 100 amos for the width of the building applies only to the ulam. The ulam extends beyond the Heichal by 15 amos to the north and by 15 amos to the south, and this part of the building was called the Chamber of the Knives, for there they would store the knives. The Mishnah comments on the overall shape of the building. The Heichal building was narrow in the back and wide in the front, and in this way was similar to the shape of a lion. As it states in Yeshaya chapter 29, verse 1, O Ariel, Ariel, city where David encamped. The general topic of the verse is the temple that was built in Jerusalem, the city where King David ruled. It refers specifically to the Heichal building with the term Ariel, meaning Lion of God, on account of its shape. Just as the lion is narrow in the back and wide in the front, so too the Heichal building was narrow in the back and wide in the front.